So I want to ask you, Ewok. I saw a tweet about this last week, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. So we're finally seeing some Richard Hart resurfacing a little bit. He takes 5 days away from Twitter, and everybody wants to send out a missing persons report or something. But in terms of the Hex documentary, real quick. So the Highest of Stakes documentary, obviously, that has been in post production and pretty much, I believe, about ready to go. And the last report from Richard was basically they just were looking for somebody to write them a check to get it on Netflix or Hulu, I don't know, whatever the hell. And that apparently hasn't been happening because it's not up there yet. So I wanted to ask you, I don't even remember who it was talking about it on Twitter like a week ago, but I saw somebody propose, like, if they just can't find somebody to take it, which would kind of surprise me. I mean, there's some pretty nichey documentaries on Netflix, which is a huge platform that you wouldn't think would even garner that much interest. And I think something like this would certainly fit in with things that they do. But for some reason, should that not happen, how much of a disappointment would it even be a disappointment to Richard? What do you think? And what do you think of the idea of, like, what if they just said, this thing's good, we know it's good, hell, let's just put it on YouTube where the community and people actually are. And like so many like stand-up comedians we're seeing do this now and getting way more eyes on stuff than they probably ever would have on these other kind of legacy platforms. What do you think? I just want to get your opinion on all angles of this thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good play. Worst case scenario, right? You see a lot of these crazy videos that have millions of views, and they're making a nice chunk of money on it. So yeah, as a last ditch effort, I think that's not a bad play. There are platforms out there where you could create a private kind of sell it for $10 or something like that to an audience first, and then release it to YouTube and make out that way. I think somebody bigger will pick it up. You'll see it on a Netflix or a Hulu or even an Amazon Prime or something along those lines. They'll kind of work their way down. I'm sure they have choices, and these guys that made it, they have connections as well. They've either won or at least been nominated for Emmys. So, they are with the in crowd. Somebody will pick it up. I really think. I don't know if they're holding back and kind of want a at least testnet version. I don't think that's the case. I don't know though. I don't know if there's more going on than what we really know. Are they really just waiting for a check, or are we holding so that when people see this, they actually have a product to go get in and feel like, all right, we're now in the bottom. We're super early to this brand new thing that all these people are talking about, Pulse Chain, and here it is, brand new. That could be a play too. Who knows? I don't get the inside information with any of those guys. I did, donate some money to the production of it, as well as a lot of other things like the race car and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, I don't get the inside track. So who knows? It's a good question. I think it would be a good last ditch effort, though.
You think they just, if they can't find anybody, they just put it on like Tubi TV or Freevee or one of these like cheap free movie platforms or something like that?
I don't think they would go that route. I highly doubt it. They were obviously saying they, wanted to get it to the highest bidder. So who knows who that will be?
I doubt it would be any of those people, but yeah, I mean, Netflix makes sense to me. I mean, there's weird stuff. I mean, to the normie out there, they'll certainly think this is weird and not understand it, and it'll be new to them. But I mean, there's a lot of weird niche stuff on Netflix. What was that? Kind of took everything. Well, obviously Tiger King during
during COVID,
pandemic. And then what was the other something about? Oh man, that really weird one about like. Oh, don't F with cats or whatever. I don't know if you ever saw that one. Very odd. No. Yeah, very weird.
There's been thing. Yeah, there's been a lot of interesting, even like more mini series, multiple. They have these seasons of things. which seem to kind of do well and draw people in. I don't know if
Mhm.
Netflix has kind of moved in that direction where, you have to have more than just one. One isn't gonna. How many times are people gonna watch it? I guess they don't know the Hexicans very well, but I mean,
Right.
I think they would watch it a couple times probably, but it's not like season one, season two, season three, and then there's 10 episodes in each season. And
Right. Right.
I think Netflix has kind of moved in that direction. I feel like anyway.
Well, hey, Dahmer was successful. That was a little mini series. So,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe just gotta, I don't know, mix in some kind of serial killer type narrative or something in there. I'm not sure, but yeah. Anyway, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. But I think there's credence to what you said too, Ewok. I think that it would be nice to have a product like Pulse Chain out there when this is coming out too. Another thing, because I'm sure that's referenced and talked about. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So